Hello everyone, this is Magenta Pixie. I'd just like to say that I got up first thing this morning and the first thing on my mind was making this video. I didn't think I'd be making another banana competition update this close to the banana competition in the novel. But I did have a vision last night as I was falling asleep. So I was in that state that is between sleep and awake. I wasn't fully asleep, I wasn't dreaming, it was a vision, but I was falling asleep. I almost woke myself up and came and did this video then, but it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, the first thing on my agenda today was to get this video done. So as you know, we are discussing the fictional novel, we are discussing a story. I've been talking about the chapter in the novel with the red squares, how prior to 2020, Gloria Love in the novel saw red squares all around her in the rock pool, and then they flipped to blue, and then later into the novel, white squares were placed on top. Well, last night, as I was falling asleep, I saw like a rock pool, like Gloria Love would use in the novel. And as I moved forward and closer in my mind, and I'm falling more and more asleep, so the vision is getting clearer as I'm falling asleep, I saw the squares. And the squares have changed colour. They're not blue, they're not red. And the white squares were little ones that were on top of piles of squares. So the white squares are kind of different, and I believe perhaps they still stand. But the squares themselves, which is the final result of the banana competition, reflecting the box ticking of all the Fae elemental beings in the US domain. That is what the squares in the pool represent. And I saw the squares, and they were purple. They were all purple. And I remember thinking, oh my goodness, the squares are purple. And I was like half asleep, but I do remember opening my eyes because I was thinking about what I had just seen. What could purple squares mean? And then it dawned on me that blue and red brought together creates the colour purple. So what could that possibly mean? I don't want to analyse too much. The Nine have told me not to. This message is for the listener and for them to use their own unique method of divination, interpretation, analysis to work out what this vision could mean. Mine would be, if they're purple, then in some way the blue and the red has merged together. So could this mean a draw, a tie? Could this mean some kind of coalition? Could this mean an equal placement? Could this mean two top bananas? I mean, I don't know what the meaning is. And as I said, I'm not going to interpret. I mean, purple, obviously, when you look at violet, it is the colour of the higher light. It is the colour of the crown chakra. So there's that to take into account. But my first thought was that purple is a blend of blue and red. So this is a very short video, and I'm literally just giving you the visionary experience that I had and the vision I saw. Come on. Sorry, my little dog wants to sit by me. Good girl. So, I mean, my first feeling emotionally was surprise. I was not expecting any colour other than red or blue. And obviously the white squares have been part of this, but I've never seen the white squares in the water. So the white squares to me do not represent the box ticking result. The white squares are something else, and I spoke about that in the last banana update. So I was surprised. I was just as surprised to see the purple squares as much as I was when I read the novel in 2020, and I read the chapter where Gloria Love sees the red squares flip to blue. That caused me surprise. I wasn't expecting to see that vision. And this was the same. Also, back in 2020, when you read the novel, the chapter talking about the squares occurred the night before the banana competition. So I didn't even have time to make well, I mean, I could have done, I could have got up in the middle of the night, but by the time I got home, it was really late. And I didn't really see the significance that much then. I wasn't really sure what the flipping of the squares meant. I had a feeling it might be the lion, tiger, cheetah type animal, but I wasn't sure back then. So I didn't make that video until afterwards. But again, one day before, well, not the night before, but 2 nights before. It was last night, which is me falling asleep in the early hours of the morning of the 4th of November in the novel. That's when the idea for this chapter came to me. So this is literally the day before. Again, why these visions of the squares come so late, so late in time regarding the actual competition, I don't know. But I'm giving you the pure vision. The squares were purple, all of them. There were no red squares, no blue squares. All the squares were purple, and not necessarily lilac or violet, but they were not a really deep dark purple. They were a sort of midway, I guess a reddish purple was the colour, but they were purple. They were definitely purple. Like a purple that's more on the pink side rather than the blue side of the colours. If you're looking at the colours of purple, it's more of a pinky purple than it is a bluey purple. That's the colour I saw. Not violet, but they were purple. So, yeah, that's the vision last night. So I'm just coming on here to tell the story and for you to make of it what you will. Happy to receive emails. I've received so many emails about the white squares and about the other dream to do with the fish and the water. So if you'd like to email me with your interpretation of what the purple squares may mean, that'd be great. Okay, lots of love. Thank you very much. Speak soon. Bye. I am delighted to announce that the first 3 books of my Matrix Mastery teachings are now available, collected into a single omnibus edition. This information within these 3 books, making up the Matrix Mastery Omnibus, holds key codes, maps, and coordinates for anyone moving into awareness, activation, and the knowing that there is far more to the human reality on Earth than just the physical plane. As the starseeds on Earth go through the process of DNA reconstruction and regrouping of cosmic multidimensional memory, the significant codex within each transmission is downloaded to the reader directly from their own monadic avatar self. Multiple flame letter memory codes are utilized, including the rose, the chalice, the golden stargate, Atlantis, crystalline light, Excalibur, the sword of truth, the dragon, the emerald flame, and all that encompasses the holographic nature of reality. These codes are held within the most sacred twin pillars of light, your heart and your mind. The Matrix Mastery Omnibus. Available now.